What's up, fellow YouTubers? It is I, the one and only HeathAve. And it is Monday. And for this video, I like to talk about Star Wars. I'm not sure if I said it cool in that voice. Star Wars. Hold on. Star Wars. Okay, enough of that. And anyways, I just recently got Knights of the Old Republic on my iPad, which I'm using to film right now, so I can't show you. And I'm actually having a blast playing it. It's like I finally got my hands on one of the highly praised best RPGs out there. And I was like, hey, it's $10, why not? And look, they had a gift card I could use to afford that. And anyways, since we're on the topic of Star Wars, and when I was running around Knights of the Old Republic, I couldn't help but notice one guy sounded awfully familiar. Well, actually, two guys. Anybody knows that played Knights of the Old Republic early on in the Upper City? That old white dude named Marl, or Merle, how you pronounce it? It's M-A-R-L. Doesn't that guy kind of sound like a certain old black actor that we know of? Anybody? It sounds like Morgan Freeman, for crying out loud. It really does. Just go look up Marl from Knights of the Old Republic and listen to him. I also couldn't help but notice that the guy that follows you around for the first little part of the game, what's his name? Darth? Fuck. All I know is he's a whiny bitch. That's all I know. He keeps on complaining, and he's like, oh, I can't trust you. And it's like, why can't you trust me, bro? It's like, because I don't trust people. It's like, then there's your problem. You need to learn how to trust people. He sounds a lot like Caden from Mass Effect. It probably is the same voice actor, but who knows? Since we're on the topic of Star Wars, let's talk about the upcoming movie. How many of y'all are excited about it? I'm pretty excited about it. And I feel like they're going to actually take the film in the right direction from some of the clips we saw of mostly using actual... Oh, sorry about that. Burp for a moment. And anyways, like I was saying, they're like mostly keeping a lot of practical effects, which I really love. Like CGI. I am just not the biggest fan of CGI, especially if it's done poorly. But I mean, CGI, it works whenever it's done good. But I'm a huge fan of practical effects. Like, in like the first Tremors movie, not much CGI at all. And then like the further I got in Tremors, like, oh, more CGI, and kind of like, kind of took away from the experience. But then you also have great movies that handle CGI very well. But anyways, let's not talk about that. Let's talk about some other things Star Wars related. Now, I would have to say I am honestly, like, not the biggest Star Wars nerd, as I would like to think that I was when I was younger. I used to watch all the films and stuff, and I played a lot of the games. I played the first Force Unleashed. Sorry about that, I kind of got tongue-tied a little bit. I played Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2. Those were, like, the best fun that I had on my PlayStation 2 back in the gap. Like, I would always have one friend just come over to my house and let me get this off my hand. I would always have one friend, my friend Steven, yeah. I would always have him come over, like, because his mom works back to school, so he would always chill at my house and it's like, hey, let's play PlayStation. Like, alright. And one of the games we just had the most fun playing was Star Wars Battlefront and Battlefront 2. And speaking of Battlefront, let's also talk about the new upcoming Star Wars Battlefront. Honestly, I am kind of disappointed because it's not Battlefront. It is just, from what we all hear, is just Battlefield with Star Wars slapped on it. That's all it is. As depressing that is, it's like, I'm sure it's still going to be like a fun game. It's not going to be a good Battlefront game, but hey, it might actually be a good Battlefield. And I mean, I'm not saying like Battlefield games are terrible, but I have to say my favorite Battlefield that I played in a while was Bad Company 2. I played the shit out of that. Okay, we're kind of going off topic, and now let me fix my camera for a moment. And anyways, so Star Wars, upcoming movie, excited about that. Battlefront, and and I plan on playing a lot more of Knights of the Old Republic on my iPad. I don't know why I was pointing that way. The iPad's right there filming me. And this is HeathAve, signing off.